It turns out that he was writing to his then girlfriend, this is, back in the younger years, about how he had
It turns out that he was writing to his former girlfriend about his repeated fantasies of having relationships with men when he was younger. He also asked, "Do you think that the country will see the first gay president or the first woman president with Obama?" Let's start with the news that broke this afternoon that Joan Rivers, a queen of comedy, had passed away at the age of 81. Recently, an ancient letter sent by Barack Obama that acknowledged to having gay dreams surfaced, prompting fans to bring up the strange death of comedy legend once more. A lot of people now believe that Joan Rivers was telling the truth when she said that Obama was gay, and that his wife Michelle was transgender just a few weeks before she passed away. Some even wonder if Joan was fired for revealing Obama's secrets. So what really happened to Joan Rivers? Was she fired for exposing Obama? Let's simplify it. Please, oh my god, Joan Rivers' death is once again trending on social media, and it's all because of an old letter that Barack Obama wrote to his then girlfriend in which he admits to having dreams about sleeping with males. Michelle is a transgender. I'm sad to say, we all know that. After Obama biographer David Guerra gave a shocking interview and disclosed previously unreleased details about her relationship with Obama, the letter reappeared. In a recent interview with iPad magazine, Pulitzer Prize-winning historian Guerra stated that he spoke with over 1,000 people for his biography of Barack Obama, including Sheila Mayoshi, one of Obama's ex-girlfriends. Alexander McNair and Jagger, however, Guerra eventually managed to get the full version of the letters from Emory University, and here's exactly what Obama, who was 21 at the time, wrote to Alex. In November 1982, Guerra claimed that when Alex showed him the letters she received from Obama, she redacted one paragraph and simply said it was about homosexuality. Obama wrote, "I make love to men every day, but in my imagination, my mind is androgynous to a great extent. I hope to make it more so until I can think in terms of people, not women, as opposed to men. But in returning to the body, I see that I have been made a man, and physically in life, I choose to be a man." With regard to homosexuality, I must say that I believe this is to remove oneself from the present, a refusal perhaps to perpetuate. After the letter went viral on social media, fans had a lot to say, with many of them pointing out that Joan Rivers publicly claimed Obama was gay shortly before she died on June 30, 2014. Reporters caught up with Joan at a bookstore in New York City where she was officiating a gay wedding between two of her fans, and when one reporter asked Joan if she thinks the U.S. will ever have a gay president, she said this: "You made a ton of news officiating the wedding in New York yesterday. Is this like a new cottage? Career move for you. I'm so excited. Okay, and I should do very well because I don't charge. And do you think that the country will see the United States to see the first gay president or the first woman president, Obama? So let's just calm down, got it." But that's not all. Joan said moments later. She turned around and told the reporter that Michelle Obama is transgender. No, Michelle is a trend. Hey, I'm sorry, she's a transgender, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, That's okay, but since Joan was known for her outrageous humor, everyone thought she was just joking about Obama and Michelle. However, just a little over a month after Joan made these comments, she died suddenly. Joan reportedly stopped breathing during a minor throat procedure at a Manhattan clinic. She was resuscitated an hour later before being transferred to Mount Sinai Hospital and placed on life support. Joan passed away on September 4 at Mount Sinai without ever waking up. The authorities later launched an investigation, and federal officials confirmed that the clinic made a number of mistakes. The clinic authorized a staff member to take a photo of Joan while she was under anesthesia and neglected to note Joan's weight before sedated her for operations she didn't consent to. Later, Joan's daughter Melissa expressed her fury at the clinic's errors, saying that it was absurd that they would make such serious errors during what was supposed to be a straightforward and minor treatment. What's also really strange is that the official investigation produced conflicting reports about what exactly happened after Joan's vital signs started to deteriorate around 9 on August 28th according to documents obtained by The Guardian. Over the course of 14 minutes, Joan's blood pressure dropped, and her blood oxygen saturation level was at 3% below the low end of normal. 4 minutes later, Joan had no pulse, but what happened next is entirely unclear according to The Guardian records. Leaked about whether physicians attempted to revive Joan about 2 minutes later at 9:28 a.m., or whether it took another 10 minutes to give Joan drugs meant to treat cardiac arrest. One report stated that the physicians started chest compressions at 9:28 a.m. and gave Joan the necessary drugs at the time. However, a second report claimed that Joan was given those same medications at 9:38 a.m., a full 10 minutes after she went into cardiac arrest. There were also conflicting reports of how much of the powerful sedative propofol Joan received, the same sedative that killed Michael Jackson. There are many details about Joan Jones's death that don't add up, and there has been much speculation over the years that someone in authority had Joan killed because she wasn't afraid to speak her mind and frequently used controversial jokes to reveal the truth about the powerful and the rich. As you can see, there are a lot of things about Joan's death that just don't add up. In 2011, another person who claimed that Obama was gay reportedly passed away in suspicious circumstances. Larry Sinclair had written a book titled Barack Obama and Larry Sinclair Baines Slides and Murder, in which he claimed that he and Obama had an illicit relationship while Obama was still a resident of Illinois. In addition, Larry Sinclair claimed in his book that Obama and Chicago pastor Jeremiah Wright were responsible for the murder of Obama's rumored ex-lover, choir master Donald Young. Larry Sinclair passed away 2 years after the publication of his book, after being struck by a car in a hit and run. As a result, now that Obama's letter to his ex-girlfriend has surfaced, in which he admitted to fantasizing about sleeping with men, fans on social media are once more discussing Joan. People make jokes about Joan Rivers until you read her death report and realize she absolutely was murdered. It's the scariest thing I've ever read. But let's hear your thoughts on all this. Do you think Joan Rivers was eliminated for saying too much about the Obamas comment? Let us know in the comments below. And don't miss this next story. A foreign country. It turns out that he was writing to his former girlfriend about his repeated fantasies of having relationships with men when he was younger. He also asked, "Do you think that the country will see the first gay president or the first woman president with Obama?" Let's start with the news that broke this afternoon that Joan Rivers, a queen of comedy, had passed away at the age of 81.